Offloading things from his vehicle, left his boss and started running after her. Followed her to the house, kept on disturbing her, talking to her, and she ignored him and said she's into a relationship. This guy should leave her alone. So she got home, prepared what she wanted to prepare for her dad. They didn't give this Ahab a listening ear, and the Ahab left. Asked for her number, she refused to give him her number. So she went back. So the Ahab went back to the site where they were offloading things from his boss and met the relative that she came to see. And he was asking him for her number, but the relative refused to give him her number. So he had to leave, hoping that when he comes back again, he will come and look for her, not knowing that she's based in Lagos. So by the time he came back again the second time, she has already gone back to Lagos. The dad was already home well now and all that. So as she went back to Lagos, the guy came back to Benin to continue his hustling. So one of these days again, according to her, after about 6 months, she has already forgotten about him. She came back to Benin, was going to see her dad in a salad after 6 months. So it was while she was in the park. She came down at the park in Benin. That was where this Ahab saw her again. I was like, I see you again. He was like, what kind of a thing is this one? Why are you always all around me? Whenever I'm in Benin, I always see you and all that. It was like, because our souls are knitted together, we're supposed to be together. I beg, give me a listening ear now. I will take care of you. This one, that one. So she started telling him, I'm into a relationship. I can't do more than what I am doing now. And story went on and on. To cut the long story short, she finally gave in for the guy. After she went to the village, on her way back from the village, she stopped at the guy's place at Ikpobahi, only for her to see that this guy lives in a in a one room face me, I face you apartment. Meanwhile, she is coming from a 2-standard self-contained bedroom in Ajah. You can imagine how the Fred guy really takes care of her. And when she saw it, was like, is this where you live? She said, now here is the manager and all that. It was already nice. So she spent the night there and was saying she was going back to Lagos. So the man was like, stay small now. The man started cajoling her, and she stayed small for a week. Then, before she went back to Lagos, so while she was there, her guy was always calling Fred was like, he called the shop. The shop say, you're not there around. Where you go? He said, I go see my papa for village. And I said, but you told me that you were just going to stay the weekend. How come it has turned to a week plus? And I said, they come. I stopped for Benin to do something and all that. So that was how she got back to Lagos. And the Fred is always 6 months in, 6 months, and sometimes 3 months in, 3 months, and depends on how work carries him. And that was how she started giving Fred attitude. Fred will come, buy her clothes, bring dollars, bring money for her. She will carry the money, she go and spend it on that useless Ahab. So she got back to Lagos, stayed there. The Ahab was disturbing her. Ahab did not allow her to rest. I don't know what the Ahab did on her. She came back to Benin. This time she came back to Benin. 2 months, 3 months, she didn't go back to Lagos. Fred was not worried. Fred was not like, what of your shop? What did you leave your shop for? And all that. It was like, she's coming. All the money Fred was sending to her, all the money her guests were sending for her, she would tell them to send the money to her and give it to this Ahab guy whenever the Ahab guy's boss has issue. See, Ahab sucked this woman dry, all the money. Then Fred was not like, no, remember we have a plan to get married this year. She not told the Ahab that the Fred wants to marry her also. So she has to go back. Then the Ahab now said, no, Lala, you can never go back. Oh, you are mine and all that. Before you know anything, Ahab traveled to the village. Doesn't know what he did to Regina, because he sworn that you will not marry this guy. You must be with me. He said, I will do anything to keep you with me. And only for Ahab to go to the village. The next day he came back. According to her, she said Fred's memory completely wiped out from her brain. She said she was not seeing Fred as anything. She started